Sometimes a car accident victim will require as many as 60 units. Guess how many units I'm hoping to get at UTM on October 25th?
900 actually.
50. And if I get 50 units, I'll be very happy. Think about how huge the campus is. How many people are actually here? Like 1,000, 10,000, do you guys know, on campus in total?
13,000.
13,000 people, and I'm hoping for 40 to 50 units once per semester. When I know that somewhere down the road there could be a person who may require as many as 60 units. To further expand what I have to deal with, hospitals like Credit Valley or Trillium that I supply with blood, not me personally, but technically geographically, 400 units per month for Credit Valley Hospital. Double that for Trillium, because if you were to get into a bad car accident, that's going to be the first place you're going to get shipped to for them to work on you to save your life, and then based on your injuries, you're going to be redirected to St. Michael's if you lost an arm or a leg, and different other hospitals if there are other injuries. But the first point of transportation will be to Trillium. That is why they use as many as 800 units per month. How many units am I hoping to get from you guys? 40 to 50. If I could get 60, that'd be collection to target, right? 100%. If I get 40 to 50 units, I'll be very happy. Guess how many people I have signed up so far?
10.
10.
10.
Who said 10? Very close. I have 11 people I checked this morning. So my dear wonderful people at Lifeline, I'll get to your question in a second. Please help me promote this clinic, because I need to have 400 or 800 units depending on which hospital we're talking about. And I have 11 people signed up. Now, thankfully, we have a network of clinics in the area. Okay? So if I don't get my units here, maybe I can get them somewhere else. But I cannot rely on that, because if we all start relying on somebody else donating, then eventually the circle will come around and nobody will. That's my phone, by the way. I apologize. So that's the situation that we deal with at Canadian Blood Services. We constantly search for blood. The other reason we do that is because we can't store it. Certain parts of blood can last up to 5 days only, and platelets, for instance, and they need to be constantly agitated to be considered fresh and usable. Red blood cells, I believe it's up to 30 days. Lillette, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's 30 days.
Which one?
Red blood cells.
5.
Is it 5?
No, platelets is 5. And
red, I think, was about a month.
A month, yeah.
More or less. So we can't all of a sudden like collect 1,000 units and then store it for 5 years, and if there's a need down the road, then we can take it out and use it. We can't do that. That's why when I, for instance, came back from mat leave on September 6th, at our first meeting on the job, I was told, oh, no worries, we've got about a 13-day supply for certain blood types, so there's no pressure to collect. And how quickly can things turn around? Within 2 days, we were like down to 3-day supplies for other blood types, and management called us and said, you guys get back to work, because the demand and supply has shifted within a matter of 48 hours, and we need more blood. So it's a very fine dance. If you really think about it, it's a very fine dance between demand and supply, right? Turnaround time, just to let you know, when we collect the blood at UTM, it's going to be taken back to our center where it will be tested. The turnaround time is 5 to 7 days. So within 5 to 7 days from your donation, somebody in this particular Greater Toronto Area region, it could be a newborn baby at Sick Kids, it could be like Fred's sister Lori and Princess Margaret receiving your blood product that you've donated. So it's very quick. Again, we can't store, we can't manufacture. If we did, I'd be out of the job. Happily retired. Okay. So for anybody, Lifeline, for anybody who's sitting here who's not part of Lifeline, who came as a guest just to hear our presentation, please use Facebook, call, text, whatever you can do. Let them know that just down the hall here from where Lilith will be set up with a swab. Our clinic is going to be located where you guys watch movies on Monday nights,
Presentation room.
the presentation room. And we will be there ready and waiting. If we can get more people to pre-book their appointments, what happens is if there's massive lineups and you have an appointment booked, you will get to bypass the lineup, and it'll take about an hour of your time to donate blood, and then you'll be out of there. Okay? The actual needle part is only 5 to 7 minutes, depending on how much water you drink that day. Just remember 3 most important things. You need to come well fed. Okay? Do not show up hungry or thirsty. Well fed. Okay? Lots of water and juice prior to your donation, and bring photo ID. Without photo ID, you will not be allowed to donate. And afterwards, just remember, don't exercise. So if you're on a very strict, like if you're dieting and getting back into shape, this is your relax, eat a lot, and don't exercise day. Okay? That's basically your reward for that 16-gauge needle. When it comes to the actual needle part, I have to tell you, you're not dealing with a nurse. Like when you go to the doctor to get your blood tested, right? The nurse will try to find your vein. You haven't had much to drink. She'll poke you 50 times. You can sort of tell she's not really skilled, so you're doing this. Eventually you pass out, right? That doesn't happen. If you're well fed and you've had lots of water, your veins will naturally pop out, and you're dealing with a phlebotomist. Phlebotomist is a person who is trained for needles and veins. That's all that person ever does. So she's an expert or he's an expert. Okay, they're not going to be poking and searching like you think, like you maybe experienced at the doctor's office. It's a completely, and all of our first-time donors, once they're done their donation, will tell you the same thing. It's a completely different experience. Any questions? Yes.
Just a quick question, but does it hurt?
Does it hurt? No. Again, you're dealing with a phlebotomist. You're dealing with a person who is trained to deal with needles and veins. They know exactly what they're doing. They're specialists. They do that. That's what they do all day long. Right? It's a difference between going to the doctor's office and dealing with a nurse who does 50 million things and she pretends she knows what she's doing, when most of the time we know they don't know what they're doing.
How much blood is extracted?
Okay, we take about 450 milliliters, which is 1 blood bag. It equals to 1 unit. So 1 person donates 1 unit. It's about 1/20th of your total amount. Your body starts to make up the loss within 24 hours. The only thing that takes a little bit longer for you to recreate is iron. Okay? So what you're asked to do is just eat a big meal before your donation, eat lots of stuff after your donation, and try to stay away from any sort of heavy lifting with that arm or any heavy physical activities.
For how long?
Just over 6 to 8 hours, they say. I generally tell people 24 hours. Try not to do anything until the next day. Just relax for this.
So we can continue with a normal diet as soon as we're done the donation, right?
I'm sorry?
So we can continue with our normal diet as soon as we're done our
Oh,
donation.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Any other questions?
How long do you have to wait until another donation?
You can donate every 56 days. Okay? So about 6 times a year.
It doesn't affect your concentration, right?
No, no. If
You're still gonna get a
you eat
4.0.
a big meal before your donation, if you show up hungry and you tell us you do, because now you know the information, it will affect the way you feel and it will affect your concentration. Because sometimes we do, like, generally just happens in high schools where, you know, we ask them, have you had breakfast? Oh yeah, I'm so ready to donate.
Let's do this.
Like, what happened? What happened? Did you eat breakfast? Yeah. Well, what did you drink? What did you eat? Coffee? Like, that's not breakfast, right? That
This is a
generally
concept.
happens in high school. I'm hoping university is not going to be a big deal. Another important thing, check your eligibility. Who can donate? You have to be at least 110 pounds. If you're below that, 109, you will not be eligible to donate unless you start eating a lot between now and the 25th to gain that pound or 2. But you have to be at least 110 pounds. You have to be at least 17.
Can you donate if you're anemic?
No, that's another thing, because we will be testing your iron on the day of your donation, so you don't have to worry about knowing what your iron level is like. However, our standards are slightly higher than what your doctor would normally consider anemia. For instance, I failed it too, and I failed it miserably, which shocked me, because I generally don't have anemia. So basically, if you know that you have a problem with iron, and a lot of women do, then you probably are not eligible to donate, okay? Yeah, that is definitely something that we deal with when it comes to women, for obvious reasons, right? But again, there are also a lot of women who have absolutely no issues with iron and they can donate. So it will be, if you're not sure, just come to the clinic. It will be tested prior to your donation. We have to make sure that you're 100% safe to be able to donate, right? So if you fail our iron test, you will not be eligible. Travel is a huge issue. Malaria risk regions. It's not really by countries, it's by regions and what you've done while you were there. For instance, if you went to Belize, but you went on a business trip and you went from the airport to the hotel and back to the airport, chances are, and the nurse always makes the final decision, you will be eligible to donate. But if you went to Belize City and then from the city you took a jungle tour, well, you're now exposed to malaria, so you will not be eligible to donate. Okay, so if you're not sure, the best thing to do, for whatever reasons, you're taking meds, you're iron, you've traveled in the past year, call the 1-888 to donate number and ask to speak with the nurse. And the nurse will go through the list with you, and she will be able to determine your eligibility. Mine is the iron test, right? Because that you always do just before your donation, and if you fail that, then you can't do it. Just to clarify one more thing, eligibility for one match and the list that Lillette went with you is different for blood donation. Okay, so you need to kind of keep that in mind as well. It's not the same.
What about malaria?
Well, if you had malaria, then you can't donate.
No, but with one match?
Oh,
Or
one
with,
match.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yes, anything goes as long as you're willing to donate your stem cells.
Okay, so
Anything.
yes, they are a little bit more lenient. We can't be naturally speaking because most of our patients have absolutely no immune system. So if we introduce malaria or even a common cold, your body would be able to fight it off, and our cancer patient would not. So we have to be very strict.
You also have to understand that when you join the registry, you're not a donor yet, so we're not turning anyone away. Okay? Ultimately, it's the transplant center is going to determine that. Your chances of being called are very slim, so we're hoping that we can get the right numbers and the right optimal donors.
Just to give you an overall picture, how are we linked with One Match? Well, a lot of their patients, while waiting for the bone marrow transplant, stay alive because we collect blood and provide blood products for them. So we're like this, right? They wouldn't exist without us. We would just have no reason to exist because there would be no patients. That would be an ideal situation, but unfortunately that is not the case, and that's not what we see on the job. Okay. Any other questions about eligibility or anything about donation?
You said bring IDs, like with a
Health
driver's
card, driver's license. The ID basically needs to have your photo and proof of age. So if your school ID has that, then you're fine. But health card, driver's license is generally what we look for.
Please for the donor cards, if you have them.
If you have donor cards, that will do as well. Yeah. Okay.
How come you guys don't have questions about one match?
It's so easy to donate. It's just like
We're done. And we went to the training session. So I am on the registry, Lillette. I'm just waiting to get the call to help someone, but it hasn't happened yet. I heard it's like the chances of that is like winning the lottery. So.
Yeah, isn't it like 0 point of a percentage?
Just look at it this way. Finding a match is like searching for a needle in a haystack.
Yeah. My background,
She could do it.
just to let you know,
That's what it's for.
my background is Polish and German, and we've actually had 2 Polish patients, 2 people that I knew who live in the Greater Toronto area who were on the list waiting to receive one match, bone marrow. And I thought to myself, oh my God, what are the chances of them? Because now there's 2, not just 1, right? And it has to be your ethnic background. What are the chances of them actually surviving? I don't think they're very good. And then, like 7 or 8 months later, Mary Lynn, which is another colleague of ours from One Match, called me and she said, guess what? You should feel like you've won the lottery. And I said, why? And she said, well, both of the Polish patients found a match. So, and I think one time, just another really interesting, you can tell I'm very passionate about this. there was a little boy, I remember Mary Lynn did this presentation, who was Canadian, like 50 generations back, maybe not 50, but a few generations back. And he was really sick, and they found a match for him in Sicily, which is part of Italy, out of all the places. So the family started scratching their heads going, how is that even possible? And they did some research into their own genetic tree. It turns out that the boy's great-great-great-grandfather was from Sicily. So it's still ethnic, even though they had no idea why, but it still turned out to be an ethnic connection. So those people there do amazing work. Amazing work. So, any other questions about 16 gauge needle? No one asked me about that, because generally I get like, how big is that 16? Oh, but that's not.
Sounds very,
No, it's 16 gauge, you know,
Sounds like a
it's
gun.
14
As long
gauge
as it
is
doesn't
much
kill you.
bigger, Right? There's like a 12 gauge, I think, is the biggest size. If I'm,
You know what would be funny if it actually reloads?
I don't know, but 16 gauge is slightly thicker than when you get tested for blood, right? Because the flow needs to be there. Obviously, you're donating blood, but it's not the biggest, and that's the best comfort I can give you. And the fact that the phlebotomist is an expert, and has never had issues with anything.
Do they change the size of the needle depending on the size of the vein? Because I think that happened to me once.
Really?
Because I have really small veins.
You know, I
Maybe it's a
have
baby
not
needle.
heard of this. I have not heard of
I
that.
think it was at the square one clinic though.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our mobiles might be a little bit limited with supply. Who knows? Again, phlebotomists will know. The average
It's 60.
donor is a 16 gauge.
So once you go there, like, it takes about, you said like 5 to 7 minutes to actually.
The actual needle part, the entire visit at the clinic, from the moment you show up and show them your photo ID to your juice and cookies time, which is about 10 minutes, is an hour.
We get juice and
Because
cookies?
what happens is you'll register, they'll check your iron, you'll have a private interview with the nurse, then you will donate, and then you'll have some rest time at the clinic to make sure that you're okay, and then afterwards you're free to go. So 1 hour. Okay.
You know those transplant things that they have, like when you go to renew your heart, do those transplants come to you?
Transplant?
Yeah, those
Like-
organ donations. So,
Organ donation.
Like if someone gets into a car accident, is that right?
yeah, like when someone dies, right?
Right.
Those organ donations come to you.
No,
Not to our center, no.
Oh.
They're in the hospital. I think what we do though is we help coordinate, right?
we coordinate the live kidney transplants right now.
So I think those cards that you sign, that you get through your Ministry of Transportation, I think. I've heard now, I'm not sure if it's 100% true, but even if you sign it and something happens to you, your family still has the last say. So it's a good idea to leave a will stating if I pass away or whatever happens, I want to make sure that even though my family wishes for me not to donate my organs, I'd like to do that. So I recently had a friend who passed away, and his family actually did. He was young, he was 31. He passed away from a drug overdose. He was an addict, and his family actually chose to donate all his organs because it was only his brain that was fried. As sad as it sounds, the rest of his body was still young and healthy. And used, as far as I know.
I'm wondering, you said that we can't generate or we can't create blood, right, by itself. But is it possible to filter one type of blood and change it into another type?
For like to collect blood and filter.
As in, because I remember it was years ago, I was at this conference or like a presentation at Trillium where they were doing like future career options for volunteers. And this one lady, she said that, we have to be always like ready because, you know, if they have say like blood type O or something like that, and then they can change it to like another type, or like they can filter blood type A to blood type O and just supply. It's not the most optimal source of blood, obviously, to like another patient, but it can just sustain them.
Right. Oh, I see. So what you're talking about is O negative. How much do you know about blood types?
But like,
The universal donor, right? O negative is a very special type country, right? Because it changes from region to region across the world.
Right.
So O positive is the most popular. O negative is considered a universal donor, which means that most of our emergency rooms across this country are stocked with O negative.
Yeah,
blood.
that's what she's saying.
Yeah. And what happens is when you are in critical condition and seconds count, they don't have time to really test your blood. They will give you O negative to survive, right? So you don't bleed to death. And then once they find out what your blood type is and you need more, you will eventually get your own, because it's always best to get your own, but O negative will definitely save your life. So if you happen to be an O negative donor on our registry, trust me, prior to all of the long weekends, especially in the summertime, we will be calling you a lot. You really need O negative. They are very special to us, okay? So O being popular, the most popular, O negative being special. The second most popular type is A, okay, then B, and then AB. So you want to be as popular, you want to be as common as possible when it comes to blood type. Having said that, most of our patients will be O positive as well, because it is the most common type, right? So we need a lot of it for our patients. Okay? 85% of the population will be something positive. 15% will be negative. So if you're anything negative, O negative, A negative, B negative, AB negative is the most rare, you're automatically considered much more rare. And I can tell when we get, I mean, Lilette, I'm sure she's seen it too, when you get a snapshot of our inventory on a given day, you know, like O positive, there'll be like maybe 7 days, AB negative, like half a day. You know, there's just not enough of it, right? It's so rare. When we do blood typing, for instance, for people, I need to type at least 100 people to get one AB negative. Everybody else will be like O positive, A positive. Sometimes I'll get like a B, right? Sometimes I'll get any AB positive, but I need to type at least 100 people to get one AB negative. So that's a clear representation of what's going on. Another scary thing, our donor base is aging. The majority of our donors are baby boomers. You guys know that? They're like almost in their 50s to 70s, right?
Ouch.
Yeah, scary. Scary.
You're
Like,
that in the blood.
imagine like, you're young now, like you guys are in university, and I'm trying to like get into your mind frame of me like 15, 17 years ago. Oh my God. I am now married and I have a daughter, so for me everything's, oh my God. But you guys, when you get married and have kids, maybe like 15 or 10 years from now, the baby boomers will be in their 80s. If you think for a minute that they're going to sustain the system, you're in trouble.